Now, I'm not Mr. Basketball. I do know who Stephen A. and I know who Bronny James and LeBron James are. And actually, I've had a lot of my some of my close black friends have been just ranting about Bronny James since the get go. Now, I will read to you what exactly Dave Portnoy, and I actually follow this guy because he's a shitcoiner and he also is a man child, kind of like me, someone that drinks beer in his underwear naked in the middle of the day. Anyways, can't be naked with your underwear on. Anyways, so this is his exact words before we get into his video. I need to rant about Bronny James story. Also, or I've always been fair and unbiased to LeBron, but this is a story is one of the most insane stories of all time. Stephen A. with the kid glove treatment. And I did hear a little bit about this on the news. So let's just get straight into it. Person that just left, you're gonna miss out on all the goody. But yeah, this is I'm kind of unbiased. I don't know. We're just gonna get into Dave Portnoy. Let's make sure that it is on your screen. There he is, the man child himself.
Listen, I got to weigh in on this Stephen A. Smith versus LeBron James controversy. In case you missed it, LeBron basically accosted Stephen A. at the Lakers game and said, "Keep my son's name out of your mouth, punk." Because Stephen A. was criticizing Bronny and saying LeBron's sensitive and really pointing out what a disaster Bronny has been his first year in the league. Now, I am one of the more neutral guys you're going to find on LeBron. I call it both ways. One of the all-time greats, definitely not better than Jordan. One of the most sensitive babies we've ever seen in sports. By all accounts, great family man, great dad. But this is one of the most ridiculous controversies in the history of civilization. LeBron doesn't want Stephen A. or people or the media talking about Bronny, who is a professional basketball player on one of the most storied franchises in the league, number 2 only to the Celtics. What are we talking about here? Now, I know LeBron, when Bronny was 14, he said, one of my big regrets was naming him LeBron Jr. because I don't want him to have the pressure of living up to me. Who could? And then he forces the Lakers to draft this kid in the NBA before he's ready. He didn't even start at USC. Couldn't even get playing time at USC. Ineffective at USC. Now, he overcomes a heart tragedy. Thank God that we're all happy he did that. And Bronny, by all accounts, seems like a good dude. And I feel awful. I tweet my heart aches for Bronny James to have to live up to your dad, which is almost impossible to have your name LeBron James Jr., even though your dad says he regrets it. Then your dad forces this dog and pony show for you two to be the first father-son in the NBA, even though you don't belong to be there. Everyone knows you don't belong to be there. You're having one of the worst statistical seasons in the history of any NBA player ever. Now, one day he could get in the league, but he's only there now as a make-a-wish to LeBron, to keep LeBron happy. He's in a big boy league playing against big boy players, and he stinks. He stinks. And LeBron doesn't want the media to talk about it? He's going to go up to people and get in their face? What are we doing here? And I try to give LeBron the benefit of the doubt. But if you don't want the media talking about how your son is overmatched and it looks like a make-a-wish and how helpless he is in this big boy league against paid professionals, then don't force him to go onto the team. Let him be in the G League forever. Let him stay in college. Let him earn it. But you put it, poor Bronny, again, Bronny, honestly, I've never heard one thing I didn't like. Seems like he's got a great head on his shoulders. That's credit to LeBron. But to put him in this situation, it's that ego on LeBron Sr., and I hate to see what he's doing. But to go up to Stephen A. and say, hey, you can't talk about my kid. And then Stephen A with kid gloves today on First Take. If that's anyone else, he's ripping this guy apart. Your kid is in the NBA. He's a professional player. He's getting paid. That's on you, LeBron. You wanted it. You can't just have everyone throw flowers. Oh, what a great moment opening night, even though that was one of the biggest jokes of all time. What do you expect? I try to root for LeBron. I really do. But I mean, Deuce Tatum is more important to the Celtics than Bronny Jr. is to the Lakers. Honestly, he is. Can't talk about Bronny James Jr. He's in the NBA. Stephen A, you're better. I thought he was going to come out swinging. I get it. There's a lot of pressure, and you have connections and friends. But kid gloves today on First Take. If that's anybody else who came up to Stephen A, it's like, hey, don't talk about my kid. He's like, that's a father talking to me. His kid is in the NBA. His kid is in the NBA. You can't talk about a kid in the NBA? Oh, this is disgusting.
Oh well, yeah. So let's not just end it right there. We can have a little bit of a talk, but yeah, yeah, Dave Portnoy, he's kind of crazy, but I mean, I just wanted to let him have his opinion. I really, like I said, I'm not a big basketball person. I know that Dave Portnoy, he got involved in a bunch of selling of shit coins, and that's how I know who he is. But yeah, he I guess he's more into sports than anything. Uh, so yeah, but I know that Scottie Pippen, no tipping, no tipping Pippen has more rings than LeBron James. So who is the real GOAT, motherfuckers?